Velocity TV begins now.
Good evening and welcome to another rendition here, a special rendition here tonight, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Tonight we have the DWR 1-year anniversary birthday bash, and we're proud to be a part of this. I'm going to tell you, tonight will be the non-winners race here first, off the bat on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Then for 35 laps, 5 will actually transfer on into what we call the next race, the winners race here tonight, 35 laps, then we're going to back into our original Wednesday night street fight, which will be 65 laps, all at Lanier Speedway. So thank you everyone for tuning in. This is going to be a special broadcast here this evening. I'm Todd Stanton. Alongside of me in just a little bit will be Phil LaCasse Jr. He's out there in the Northeast right now, braving the 38-degree weather after 70 degrees just a couple of days ago here. And hopefully he'll be with us here soon. He does not want to miss this one either. We got about a minute 17 seconds left here to the drop of the green flag here for the DWR birthday bash non-winners race. And this is going to count for a race win here for DWR. And this is such a great thing that they're doing here for the DWR birthday bash. I am glad to be a part of it. But while we're waiting out there in Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, share the link out there. Let everybody know we're live. I know there's a lot of big events going on here. And our partner over there, Full Velocity Racing Network, doing the spring fling right now. But we got the street stocks here, full feathered frenzy here. For those who did not make the spring fling, hey, come and watch us. You may be sour about watching that, or not being. You don't want to watch that race. You're sour. Come watch us in the street stocks here this evening. Share that link out there. Let us know. Let everybody know that we are indeed live. Don't forget the star donations out there, folks. As star donations keeps us going here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Also, we have lots of new sponsor widgets, guys. Like to see you guys get involved. Sponsors get involved. Contact us for ways to get on Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll make sure we share your brand out there. If we got commercials, we'll make commercials, or we'll find somebody. You have somebody to make a commercial where they want a 30-second spot, a minute spot here on Full Velocity Racing Network. We can make that happen. So again, tonight's the DWR birthday bash. These guys are going via pill draw here tonight. As they're getting ready to grid. Is just going to wait and see how this is all going to play out this evening. Like I said, glad to be a part of it. Had a night off last night. Got my bearings back after 3 broadcasts in a row on Sunday night, and went directly into Monday and did the same exact thing. So my voice is still kind of crackly here this evening. As I'm glad to be a part of this, though. It's one of these events, like I tell these guys. I circle on the calendar each and every week, and this is a non-winners race. So hopefully we'll see the lineup here in a little bit. We got drivers like Casey Brunson, Matthew Everts, Ryan Bronson, Caleb Ramsey, Greg Tuberville. Can he turn it around and win one tonight? He's had a lot of bad luck as of late. Chad Bird, Michael Whitlock, Stephen Dunes, Alex Brewer. Alex Brewer without a win. Man, that's weird. Kyle Moyer. But DWR goes to show you, you see a lot of these cars, these drivers that have now won a race here. They're still heavy names. I mean, they've not won a race at DWR, man. So looking at myself, I'm like, man, if I wanted to ever race with these guys, where am I going to finish? Dead last, probably. certainly try. Great group of guys here. These guys help you out, and it's been fantastic to be a part of them here for a majority of this first year over here at Dirt Warrior Racing. So glad to be a part of this one. So while we're looking at this, guys, out there, we want to see some predictions. Yeah, our numbers are kind of low here tonight, and make sure you share that link. Predictions of who's going to win the non-winners race here this evening. I want to see those predictions out on Facebook. As we're sitting here, I see Justin Pruitt saying go Mike Whitlock. They call him the Flash. So we can give him a new nickname if he wins a race. So the double knot, Michael Whitlock. So these guys starting to finally roll around the speedway here as they're waiting on a couple of drivers. Gledhill's even in this event. Look at this, Gledhill. We haven't seen Gledhill in quite some time. Welcome back, Justin Gledhill. As I know, probably his work schedule has been really, really hectic. Fantastic to see all these drivers out here. Indeed it is. So we're going to wait and see. Like I said, take a look at some of these cars. And 010 Casey Brunson, man, he's been so close to winning races here at DWR, and had just not been able to finish them off. Alex Brewer's been close. Greg Tuberville, man, he's had a lot of heartbreak as of late here on Full Velocity Racing Network. That's right, Jake. Hashtag make dirt track racing great again. I tell you what, Jake Keel out there picking Justin Gledhill. So that's going to be fantastic as these guys take the initial green flag. It'll be 35 laps, so just waiting to see these guys get into order. We'll go down through a live grid. It's going to be pretty darn close. Once these guys get locked and loaded here, we'll give you where these gentlemen are going to start for tonight's non-winners race. Top five transfer on into the winners race, which is following this event. So looks like we pretty much got it. So we're going to go right to the starting grid here of the non-winners race. Walls Beer Code Company, Beard Bomb, starting on the pole, driving the 010. That's Casey Brunson. His dancing partner outside, driving the number 6. That is Ryan Bronson. Inside row number 2, it's Caleb Ramsey. Kyle Moyer in the 111 starts outside row number 2. Row number 3 starting inside. Inside is the Greg Tuberville aboard the number 20 machine, and then outside of him will be Steve Rendunes in the number 78. Rolling off in the 7th starting position is Alex Brewer. Chad Bird rolls off on the outside of him in 8th. Rolling off 9th is Justin Gledhill and Matthew Everts. It brings up your row number 5. Derek Debris and Michael Whitlock. And then a bunch of other drivers behind here as we're getting locked and loaded. Green flags in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway already. It is Casey Brunson leading the charge down into turn number 1. Second now is Kyle Moyer as he peeks into that round number 6 of Bronson. Bronson right now falling through the field here, starting on the outside, not in his favor this evening. As Bronson now falling into the clutches of the number 13 machine of Ramsey. Ramsey now down to the bottom side-by-side battle for that 3rd spot. Ramsey moves up into 3rd. He's going to set his sights on Kyle Moyer. But, man, what great racing we got going on. Look at Redunes down to the bottom side-by-side there on Bronson. Bronson just stuck out there, hanging out. He's not where he wants to be here on the top shelf of the Speedway. A little bit more moisture on the bottom. That's where it is here at Lanier National Speedway. Now Rendunes moves into the top 5 into the 4th position as Bronson falls back and he's free-falling back into 5th. Meanwhile, back up front, it is all Casey Brunson so far. Second, it's going to be Kyle Moyer, Caleb Ramsey, Steve Rendunes as these guys staying single file. Brunson just trying to run away. Wants that first ever DWR official win, and this is how he's going to try to get a non-winners race. It's great. The DWR has done a job like this, I tell you, to put a non-winners race together and to finally get one of these guys a win. I mean, it's so tough to get a win here on Wednesday night in the street fights, on Sunday nights in the shootout. It's tough, especially with these guys that have put on a fantastic show. So as they keep coming down through here, it is a 0-1-0. Brunson, Kyle Moyer running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Ramsey. Ramsey trying to close the door, or trying to close up the gap there on these top 2 running cars. Moyer right there for that second spot, doing a fantastic job. Bronson running in that fourth spot as he's finally got back down around Redunes, and the number 1 of Alex Brewer peeking down to the bottom side. Matthew Everett. This is a little bit shorter of a distance than we're used to. 65 laps is normally where these guys play off, and tonight it's only 35 laps for the non-winners race. Like I said, some great racing, just showing the pictures here at Lanier National Speedway. We're going to go on board of the number 6 of Bronson here. Northwest Racing Series puts on the onboard camera here. And just let's see what Bronson, what he has to look at. The top 3 right there directly in front of him. Brunson, Moyer, and Ramsey. He's got to try to track him down. But look at the different track conditions that he's going through here. Look at the different grooves. You can see it starting to fold here as these guys are working down through the corner, down the front straightaway here. And just look at Bronson, just trying to catch these guys, but it's difficult. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, we got the birthday bash going on tonight. First race will be the non-winners race. And then coming up next will be the DWR Birthday Bash Winners Race. Top 5 for this non-winners race will be transferring on in to the winners race immediately following this event. So it'll be live. You don't have to change anything. We're going to talk to some of these drivers, then we're going to get on over to that winners race. And I know there's a whole host of characters ready for that one. That's going to be a barn burner too. But we got a barn burner out here. We've got trying to get a guy his first win here for DWR. It's Brunson leading the way with the 111 of Kyle Moyer running in that second spot. Ramsey still running third. These guys pretty much single file, but these guys have distanced themselves from the 4th place running Ryan Bronson. Redune's running in 5th. 6th is still Alex Brewer. Matthew Everett's running in that 7th spot. 8th is the double knot machine of Michael Whitlock. The Flash! Michael Whitlock. Justin Gledhill running 9th, and Derek Debris running in that 10th spot. As these guys work it over here and just trying to log some laps down in. And as these setups go away, and again, it's an open setup league, so as these setups go away or they start to come in, either way, some may go away, some may come in. You're going to see the cream rise to the top towards the end of this one. But it is still all Casey Brunson aboard the 010 machine, just showing the quick way around right now. The quick way around seems to be about the middle groove here. Just watching these guys go to work here. Yeah, I see Jared Gazzardo out there. Wishing he could have been here. Jared, you're with us here in spirit. You're out there. You're out there at Facebook Live, at least tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network. And one of these times we'll see you get out there. But thank you, Jared, for being a milestone follower here of Full Velocity Network and Racing Network. And hopefully we continue on. Again, guys, star donations. You appreciate what Full Velocity Racing does. The Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Stars donations goes a long way to keep us going here, keeps us funded, keeps paying some of the back bills, and also gives us some nice cool little things where we can upgrade some equipment with our builds and different things that are going on. So star donations, fantastic. But guys, a fantastic race going on right now. Just still waiting on Phil LaCasse to join me here, and hopefully that will be soon enough here, as it is still all Casey Brunson, Kyle Moyer, and Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey running in third. So these guys, Brunson's starting to pull away at 1.150 over Kyle Moyer. Caleb Ramsey another 2 seconds back in that number 13 machine. Ryan Bronson for 4, and Steve Redoon still running in that 5th spot. But he's under heavy pressure from the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer down to the bottom side. Redoon's still running in that middle groove, but Brewer just can't get that forward bite off the corner. Trying to peek himself inside the top 5. Again, top 5 is where you're going to transfer on to the winner's race. I'm just looking up through, seeing what everybody's saying out there. Sorry for the brief moment of silence. Just letting the picture show show what's going on out here for the non-winners race. Just looking and scrolling up through is a very, very interactive chat box here tonight, Facebook Live, and the DWR Birthday Bash, sponsored by Evil One Graphics. Like I said, promotions. Also, you have Trash Panda Graphics out there sponsoring this event tonight, and Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad to be a part of these guys each and every Wednesday night and Sunday night, as these guys put on a fantastic show. Second to none out there is watching these guys go to battle as Randunes right now trying to fend back on the top shelf of the Speedway. The one of Alex Brewer trying to get into that final transfer spot there. Nice battle going on for the fifth and final transfer into the winner's race. But Casey Brunson still leading this one. Kyle Moyer for 2. But I tell you what, Ramsey's turned it up a notch in that number 13 machine down to the bottom side. He's trying to take over the second spot from the 111 of Moyer. Side by side through the corner. It is still Moyer holding on with that forward bite off the corner into turn number 3. That race is kind of slowed down to number 6 of Brunson under fire now as the number 78 machine goes to the top shelf of the Speedway. Randunes side-by-side battle. Ryan Bronson right now running on the bottom side there in the number 6 machine. It's starting to go away down there as we have 8 laps to go. Randunes going to move into the 4th spot. Bronson now falling back into the clutches there of the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Also, Michael Whitlock in the double knot machine starting to make some headway too. Where did he come from? Great looking paint scheme out there. Lots of great paint schemes out there. Loving the Full Velocity Racing Network logos. If you have the Full Velocity logos on your cars, love it, love it, love it, love it. We love seeing all the sponsorship here, and we do appreciate everybody out there. YouTube, the drivers, the Twitch, the Facebook, all the fans, you should say. We appreciate all of you the same kind of way as we still continue to race here with the Birthday Bash non-winners race. And Brunson's kind of stunk up the show here. Almost 2.5 seconds out front. He was on a mission here tonight, and that was pretty obvious there in the 010 machine. He wanted to take down his first win. They always say that's the hardest one, to take down your first win, and then everything else falls into line. But I'm going to tell you what, not in DWR, you could win 1 week, and you couldn't win for 2 more years or something to that effect. 2 more seasons, should say. As some of these guys have had some bad luck after they've won. But it is Brunson, Moyer, Ramsey, Randunes, Brewer now. Whitlock is in 6 as Bronson's dropped back to the 7th spot in the number 6 machine. So tough break for the number 6 of Bronson as he's falling back here like a rock. That's not what you wanted to see here. Is now falling into the clutches of Everett. Now the 0-0 Whitlock trying to make some headway. He wants to transfer in to the winner's race as Brewer is running in the 5th spot, but the double knot machine down to the bottom side again. No forward bite. Looks like he's slip sliding around down there. So one of Brewer now goes hard into the corner, trying to get around the 78 of Randunes. Randunes not able to capitalize on that one. It is all Casey Brunson, Kyle Moyer for 2, Caleb Ramsey for 3, Randunes for 4. 5th is Alex Brewer, and that number 1 machine just barely holding on. White flag going to be in the air here for Casey Brunson, and it's all about Casey Brunson trying to take down his first victory here. As the 1 to go flashes up on the screen as we're down the back straightaway here for the final time into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, picking up the non-winners race here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network. First DWR win going to go to the 010 Casey Brunson. Second's going to go to Kyle Moyer. Third is going to be the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Randune's going to finish up 4th, and Alex Brewer going to just barely beat the 0-0 of Michael Whitlock to the line. We're going to take a minute, switch on over to Discord, as finally picking up a win, getting that monkey off his back. Driver of the 010 machine, Casey Brunson, well-deserved win here at DWR, and that does count as a win here. So we're going to take a moment, switch over to the splash screen, and we'll be right back with you here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Well, we should be back live here with the Full Velocity Racing Network, and glad to be a part of tonight's race as we're starting to work over and trying to get everything accustomed here as we're trying to get everybody in line here for the non-winners race. And we're going to run down here and get a brief word with driver the number 13, Caleb Ramsey, picking up third here in the non-winners race here in the birthday bash. And Caleb, third place finish, can't be disappointed with that. You had a couple of tough contenders right there directly in front of you. You gave Moyer everything you could there to try to take over that second spot. But Caleb, third place here, non-winners race. You're going to transfer on to that winners race here tonight. But, man, what a thing that DWR is putting on. What do you think about it? Like you said, still searching around for your first victory here. You would have liked to got that monkey off your back, Caleb, but I tell you, third place finish to stout drivers. Like you said, Moyer and Brunson doing a fantastic job here tonight. 35 laps, a little bit different of a distance than you guys are accustomed to. Normally it's about 65 laps here for the shootout, for the DWR, I should say shootout, for the DWR street fights. It's a little bit, it's half the distance almost. And tell us how you had to differ and come into this race a little bit different with setup-wise, maybe even. Well, Caleb, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank, and give us a little bit of a prediction how you're going to do in this winner's race. All right, well, good luck in the winner's race, Caleb, and hopefully we'll see you back here on the podium here. There's 2 more races left to go here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, so hopefully we'll see you back on the podium here. Good luck. That was the driver of the number 13 here, tonight's third place finisher in the non-winners race. That was Caleb Ramsey. So we're going to muscle on down here to pick up with the second place finisher here. And we're going to get to Kyle Moyer. Moyer in the 111 machine, bringing home second here tonight. Not a win, but a second. I tell you what, it's going to be. It's got to feel like a win to finish second to Casey Brunson, who was just running away there. But Kyle, tell us about that race. Well, able to transfer on to the winner's race here tonight. The top 5 was transferring on to the winner's race. And how are you going to look at this winner's race? You're going to try to get what's going to be different between the non-winners and winners? Obviously, they're all winners, but what are you going to try differently? All right, Kyle, like we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity Racing Network, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank here this evening. So, prediction time. How you feel like you're going to do in this winners race? I'm going to put you on the spot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, driving the 111 here tonight, Kyle Moyer. He's going to get ready for this winner's race. I'm going to throw him back up there and going to try to run down here and catch up into victory lane with our driver, our winner here for the first time this season. It is going to be the driver of the number 010 machine, that being Casey Brunson, taking down the first victory here of his DWR career. And Casey, how does it feel, man? Monkey off the back and all. Official DWR win. How's it feel? Well, now you transfer on to the winner's race. How do you think you're going to fare in this one? Well, you never know. You say not so good, but you were running away from that field like you were man possessed. Well, at least you're going to give it a good old college try, right? Huh? Interviewers? Oh, well, I don't know. At least you're gonna give it a good old college try, right?
The losers.
Oh, there he goes. What the heck? Well, all the winners, actually, I should say the non-winners, were answering questions pretty well, and don't know why the meters weren't going. You were unmuted. Don't know why they weren't going, but everybody got to hear Caleb say, or not Caleb, Casey say that they don't want to hear the non-winners. I think I beg to differ. I think they're out there yelling about it too. But Casey, like I said, a great race here tonight. A victory, never to say. We had a nice conversation going on, a one-sided conversation, obviously. I'll see if I can pull these other guys back down here and see if I can give them once over again. But tell them, guys, how you feel about this next race. You said you're going to be middle of the pack, and I beg to differ, though. I think you're going to be up towards the top 5.
I hope so. Hope to see you here in these next 2 races, but we'll see.
All
Maybe
right,
I get something higher than 3rd.
All right, Casey, we're giving the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank.
Well, I think I start Raps putting this on here, putting the wrap on, and English, DWR for putting this league on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the race win here, the 0-1-0, Casey Brunson taking down the victory. Apologize for a little bit of the technical difficulties here for the non-winners race. Not sure what caused that one, but we'll let Casey get back to it. Hopefully in the top 3 at least here for podium finish for the winners race. He's going to give it a good old college try as he works his way back up here and let him go get some practice, as much needed practice as I guess I got to go to practice and see what's going on with my microphones here. But a lot of things getting set, ready to go here for the winner's race coming up next here for the DWR Birthday Bash. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back at you here in just a few minutes. Just wanting to let everybody know you're watching DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights 1 year birthday bash. Race number 2 of the docket's going to be coming up here just in a moment. 8:55 Eastern, the server will be going up. We're going to do our best to get as live as quickly as possible. Maybe a couple more driver interviews since I failed at that one last time. So we're going to leave it up here on the splash screen, let you listen to some music. And then once we get ready to go with the winner's race here, 35 laps will be the distance. Remember, the top 5 moved on from the non-winners race. We'll see if those guys can maybe win it here tonight and in the winners race, the winners portion of this event here at Lanier National Speedway. So we'll be right back at you here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing.
Loving you is a train wreck.
Good evening and welcome back here to Full Velocity Racing Network. You're seeing a live pictures here from Wednesday night street fight again. This is going to be the winners race. We had the non-winners race, which is five of them transferred on here for 35. Last 5 of them transferred on to the winners race. So the top 5 moved on to this winners race. So a lot of winners in the field. And we got the new winner in the field, the 010, Casey Brunson, who thinks he's going to be about middle of the pack racer here in this winners race. I want to ask everybody out there and Facebook Live, we've seen E.J. Jones win a lot as of late. How many of you think he should start in the rear? Yeah, I think we should lobby for E.J. Jones to start in the rear and see if he can actually do it. He's atop the leaderboard right now. I think he should start in the rear of the winners race. I really do. We should make it challenging for him. I don't know if DWR is listening. I really think E.J. Jones should take us up on that offer if he should start last in the winner's race, because he's probably won the most here as of late. So I want to hear your guys' opinion of what you guys think out there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Make sure you're out there sharing our link. Make sure you let everybody know we're back live here, this time with the Birthday Bash winner's race. But how many of you think E.J. Jones should start in the rear? EJ is probably not even listening, so it's all right. Nobody's going to take out anything on you if you say that EJ should start in the tail. We got a lot of good racers in this one, I'm going to tell you. You got Jim Revis, he's won features here. Derek Fedkenhauer, the number 86 machine. Man, he's won some races. I've seen a lot of nice battles between the 86 and the 21 over the last year, I should say. With DWR. Jason Salter, Racing Jason out there. The number 10. Electric Eric. Electric Eric has won a race. Then we coined him Electric Eric, and then somebody does not like his nickname. So in order to change his nickname, he's got to win a race again. We'll see if that happens here tonight. And will he luck into winning the winner's race? Or will he actually win the 65-lap race after this one? We'll just have to wait and see. Daniel Stifler out there. He had a good start to the season. And the number 71 machine, Stephen Dunes out there. He qualified in from the non-winners race. Alex Brewer, Caleb Ramsey out there. Kyle Moyer. Those guys out there. So it looks like we have 12 drivers out here. Okay. Michael says to the rear, 1 lap down. I think that'd be cool. I don't. 1 lap down. I don't know. He can't make it up, so I guess he might be able to if the yellow comes out real quick for him. So we're gonna take some looks around the track, ride around with Jim Revis here in the number 21. Let's see what if Jim's out here. Oh no, Jim's gonna park her now. So I guess we'll ride around maybe with the 12th car. Let's go in car. Everybody's parking. Nobody wants me to ride around with them. So we'll allow them to park. Maybe they're getting ready, locked and loaded here. Communications out there. I don't know where Phil is. Phil was supposed to be here for the birthday bash. Unfortunately, not here as of right now on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So hopefully he'll be able to at least join us for the Wednesday night street fight. So sorry for anybody disappointed. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather again. Lovely New York State and sinus stuff. It's just hit me up this year. You know, ever since I quit smoking 3 years ago, I've been sick more often than I was when I was smoking cigarettes. Go imagine that. I don't understand that. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. Looking around the track looks like it's coming in rather nicely, as these guys are about ready to put on a fantastic show for us. The winner's birthday bash, should say, the winner's race here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So I'm sorry if you guys have seen me messing around just a tad bit, but trying to get my bearings back here and trying to get everything back set and going here. 16 viewers here for the winner's race. So, like I said, got a lot going on in the community, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more here coming up shortly. All right, we'll take a ride with good old Justin Pruitt. You want to take a ride with him? That's who we're going to take a ride with. Right in cockpit with Justin Pruitt. Okay, he's down on pit road, folks. We'll see what Justin Pruitt has to offer with us here. We'll actually go to a different onboard here. He's sitting here. I guess he don't want to... Ryan, I don't know what he's doing. He's sitting there messing with the steering wheel. Not 100% positive here. Maybe he'll get going. Yep, there he goes. Oh, through the car, through the infield. I don't know. So we're riding with Justin Pruitt in the 07. Let's see how he gets around the track here as he exits the track or enters the track here. He doesn't exit it, he enters it. So like I said, we'll take a ride with Justin Pruitt, driver of the 07 machine, picking up a win here in DWR. He's in the winner's race, and let's see what he does here at Lanier National Speedway. And watch him seesaw on that steering wheel. Oh, that was a brief ride with Justin Pruitt, driver of the 07 machine. E.J. Jones out there. Oh, that's a different car. E.J. Jones out there in the number 84 machine. There, the natural one. Just looking over the Cedar Cove sponsor machine. It's not a custom. That's a different paint scheme for me. Welcome, Corey Whitworth, to the stream. I see you're out there. Welcome to the stream here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, just lots of these guys are going around practicing a tad bit here, getting ready for the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash, the winner's race here going on out there. All the winners here from over the year here of the birthday that DWR is having here this evening. All the winners are were able to race in this race. Tonight we have a few winners out there, quite a few winners out there, and we have some guys that transferred on from the non-winners race racing with us this evening. That actually, we have our first-time winner out there, 010, Casey Brunson. He was talking about not doing very well. He is in 5th place in the qualifying time. We're going to do a little bit of a drop-down as what is going on with these guys and see. Just, there you go. So you guys can see the practice times here, what they are actually running out there on the speedway. E.J. Jones, that's no surprise, up on top of the leaderboard, but not by much. Jim Revis only behind him by .004, and look at effective hour, .007. Pruitt, .008. So these guys are wicked, wicked close on time. That's fantastic to see. As it's E.J. Jones atop the leaderboard as we sit right now, as we're coming up with 6 minutes left of practice. I don't know if they're going to go the full length of practice. We'll wait and see. So it looks like they're just trying to make sure all the bells and whistles work out there on the speedway. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing, a division of race out in Texas here tonight. If you want to get involved with Full Velocity Racing Network, I'll tell you how. If you want to be a sponsor, get a hold of us on Full Velocity Racing Network's Facebook page. We'll talk to you. You can get a hold of myself, Todd Stanton, one of the owners of Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil Lacasse, Cody Wooten, those guys, Jack Truan, or even, for that matter, you got Ron Piles out there. Those 5 guys, you can get a hold of one of those guys. We can get you involved here with some sponsorship packages. We'll make sure that your business gets the limelight. Your paint shop, whatever you want to portray out there, we'll make sure you get the limelight each and every time we come on air with the Full Velocity Racing Network. We have over 3,000 followers. We're up to 3,500 followers here on Facebook Live. 35 almost. Thank you guys for all being involved in that one. Then we have 2,200 on one YouTube and then 500 and something on the other YouTube. So we have a lot of followers, a big audience here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. DWR has got a strong count here, usually on Wednesday nights and on Sunday nights. So If you want to get involved, please do contact us. We got sponsorship packages to fit anybody's needs. If you just want to do stars donations, we got those available too on the Facebook Live. All you have to do is click on that little star down in the right-hand corner, and you should be able to set up and load and send us some star donations. That helps us with overhead costs. It helps us upgrade our equipment. Helps us do everything that we can do here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we do appreciate anything you can toss our way. Again, stars donations go a long way here with Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to take some time. We're going to pay some bills here. We're going to take a look at Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they're evil.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I don't know.
Evil One Graphics specializes in iRacing wreck, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
A big thank you goes out to Evil One Graphics. I'll tell you why. They've been a sponsor for us just as long as we've been around, pretty much. DWR came over to us a little bit into the fray here and have been with us ever since. We thank DWR, all you fans, all you racers out there for sticking with us on the birthday bash here 1 year, and hopefully many more years to come here with DWR. We'll be joined with Full Velocity Racing Network. Great partnerships out here, guys, and this is what you do. You know, you make dirt track racing great again at the local dirt tracks. You make it great here on iRacing, the simulation. I mean, I do urge you, like Jake Keel says, make dirt track racing great again by going to the track and take a new fan out there that's never been to a race, and make sure that you guys take a fan, or 2 fans out there, maybe even 3 fans out there. Pay their way in. I know our track just went down. My local track just went down to $10 admission. That's almost unheard of here around New York State. I mean, everybody's up in the $12, $15 range for adults. Not no more. He went down to $10 this year. Just to try to be fair, to see more people out there in the stands, to see somebody new out there in the stands. You know, we got to see new people to keep dirt track racing thriving out there. So, again, got to thank everybody for tuning in. Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you for listening to my tangents here, as the winner's race will be coming up here momentarily. Again, how they're going to do this, it's going to be 35 laps. But you're going to see 40 up on the screen. Reason being is they did it via pill draw, so you're going to see what's going down, where everybody's going to start here for the pill draw. They're going to lock and load. We're going to do the best that we can to give you a live grid. And then we'll go from there. As we're taking this qualifying grid up, as we got 53 seconds left to practice. And then we will get ready and locked and loaded here for the main event here, for the winner's race, I should say. And then we'll move on to the Wednesday night street fight portion of our event here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to take a brief pause for the cause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here racing with the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights Birthday Bash Winners Race. We're going to do some interviews this very next. When we have another intermission, we'll do some interviews with some people out there, that some some guys have been in part of DWR for a long time, now part of the birthday bash. These guys doing a pill draw right now, going to get themselves locked and loaded here for the main event. 35 laps will be the distance here of the International Speedway, and it's going to be a barn burner. I can almost guarantee that here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esport racing, here, a division of RaceOnTexas.com. So right now we got the Spling Fling live here on our partner Full Velocity Racing Network over there. Cody's pushing all the controls here tonight for that. So glad to see everybody out here tuning in here to Full Velocity Racing Network for the Wednesday Night Street Fights winners race, and then we'll go right on to the birthday bash as these guys get locked and loaded here for 35 laps. We will take some comments from the YouTube and Facebook and Twitch of who you want to see interviewed here during the break. If you guys want to comment now, that's perfectly fine. We're monitoring that Facebook Live. We'll see who we can interview during our next break before the Wednesday Night Street Fights 65 lap event here at Lanier National Speedway. So if you guys want to give a shout out there, you want to hear somebody talk, you want them to be interviewed, we'll interview whoever you want here on Wednesday Night Street Fights on Full Velocity Racing Network. $33 viewers. And we keep climbing here is getting ready for the birthday bash winners race. And I tell you what, we got Caleb Ramsey out there. How many Caleb Ramsey fans we got? EJ Jones, Kyle Moyer, Electric Eric Eichstead, Casey Brunson, Daniel Stifler, Jim Revis, Steve Radunes, Jason Salter, Derek Fetkenauer, Justin Pruitt, Alex Brewer, and Justin Gledhill is, I believe, just sitting here in the server watching here tonight. So he wasn't able to transfer on to the main event or for the Wednesday Night Street Fight Winners Bash. So we'll see what's going to go on here. As it looks like they're going to start gridding. Again, this won't be our first grid. It'll be, the gridding will happen right after we get the initial green flag. So that's how it goes here on Wednesday Night Street Fights. For those of you who are not accustomed to that, and then we will go through our live grid, our lineup here. Just as soon as they get set, it'll go back and forth just a tad bit. Just looking at some of the drivers here and some of their beautifully prepared cars. Jim Revis in a different car here for us tonight. A different one I haven't seen in quite some time. We got the number 10 of racing, Jason Salter. Daniel Stifler out there in that Sunoco, sponsor number 71 machine. That's a nice looking car. Always a nice looking car. That red, yellow, and blue car. Eric Eichsted's got a new car. I do believe is seeing a number 12 machine. It was a little bit different than what I've seen before, so hopefully that's a new car and it's not something that I haven't been seeing. These guys just waiting on a couple of drivers to get onto the grid, and we'll get ready to send these guys on their way just as soon as they're able to get into their feature lineup here, pill draw format. All right, so we're rolling here as these guys getting ready to get into line. It looks like the drivers sitting out here. We're going to wait and see what's going to happen. Who's going to start where's. I'm just as clueless as everybody out there. I don't get to see the pill draw. I don't get to see where they're going to be at. Yeah, E.J. Jones dropping to the back. Huh, that's rather interesting. We'll wait and see how this is going to come to post. We'll do a live grid here as they are sitting right now. Definitely not what I'm thinking it's going to be. This live grid has Justin Gledhill. It should be Caleb Ramsey. E.J. Jones is dropping to the tail. So we'll have to wait and see, as it looks like these guys are still waiting to get locked and loaded. They get the initial green flag. It looks like E.J. Jones, like I said, dropped all the way to the back. So we'll wait to get this live grid going here. As it looks like Caleb Ramsey's got a pretty good draw in that number 13 machine. Hey, he might pick up a win here. He transferred on here from the non-winners races. It looks like, yeah. Oh, I see what's going on here. I remember the format. The non-winners go up in front here of your winners. So the winners have to come through the non-winners. This is going to be fantastic. So this is how they're going to come to post. Starting on the pole will be the number 70 or number 1 of Alex Brewer. 78 is Steve Rendoon is going to start outside of him. Inside row number 2, it's going to be Caleb Ramsey aboard the number 13 machine. His dancing brother outside is Kyle Moyer aboard the 111. Then the 010 of Casey Brunson going to roll off in that 5th position. 6 is going to be Daniel Stifler. Rolling off 7th will be racing Jason Salter. Then the number 21 of Jim Revis going to roll off in the very next position. That will be your position number 8. Rolling off in position number 9 will be Eric Eichsteg, Electric Eric. Then Derek Fedkenauer rolling off in the 10th position. Rolling off 11th will be E.J. Jones. And then Justin Pruitt on the outside of him. So we called for 12 cars. We have 12 cars out there. Getting ready to get the green flag. As the field is set, locked, and loaded. They are restacked. They are repacked. Looks like we're going to get the green flag off a turn number 4, I do believe. It's going to be Alex Brewer doing his green flags in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway. Alex Brewer out to the early advantage in the number 1 machine. Ramsey down to the bottom. Rendoon's up to the top side. Here comes Casey Brunson down to the bottom. And that 010 machine looks like a little contact made towards the back portion of the field. It might have involved the number 84 machine of E.J. Jones, but it is Caleb Ramsey running in that 2nd spot. Here comes Casey Brunson back down to the bottom. And the battle of the tents looks like it's going to start waging here. As the 010 Brunson gets around the number 78 Rendoons. Here comes Jason Salter down to the bottom. And that number 10 machine making some headway there. He moves up into the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Alex Brewer trying to run away and hide, trying to pick up his first win. He did not win in the non-winners race, but did transfer on from that non-winners race. So it's going to be difficult. It gives them the best chance here of the evening to try to win maybe this winners race. And that number 1 machine, number 13 and Ramsey, same way. The 010 trying to pull a sweep here. Can he pull a complete sweep here in the 010 machine? Racing Jason 4, 3, 5th is Daniel Stifler. Eric Eichstad running in that 6th spot. So as we truck through the field here is Eichstad here. In the number 12, we're going to take a look-see at the number 12 machine and see what he is doing here this evening. It's running in the 6th spot. No big challenges there from the number 21 of Jim Revis. Revis still running in 7th. E.J. Jones running 8th. Moyer in 9th. And 10th is Steve Rendoon. So these guys starting to battle out now. Battle heating up for that 3rd spot. It is Casey Brunson in the 010, the 10 machine of Salter down to the bottom side. Trying to pull up alongside of him. Cannot pull off a pass as of yet. But Salter struggling there on the bottom here momentarily. But we know that's going to go away towards the end of this event. So it is still all Alex Brewer, Caleb Ramsey for 2, Brunson for 3, but Jason Salter back down to the bottom side trying to make something happen. Great battle going on here for the top 4 cars. Those guys are pretty tight together. Not even a half a car length separating most of these guys here between the 1, the 13, the 010, and the 10 machine. They're just not able to get any type of headway towards the bottom of the track as of right now. It might be too tacky down there where it's not working. Might be too slippery. for the number 10 machine to make any headway, get that forward bite or that drive off the corner. And that's where you win most of the races, coming off of turn number 4 with that forward drive and drag race them down to that start-finish line. Daniel Stifler still running in a distant 5th position from the top 4 guys. He's only about 3 car lengths from those guys, so I say distance. It's not a huge distance. It's not a huge gap. As Brunson giving a shot to Ramsey, letting him know he's there, knocking at the door is Brunson. But here comes the number 10, Salter, back down to the bottom side. He's trying to make something happen. Looks like Brunson's starting to get held up by the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. But Ramsey still holding on to that second spot. Alex Brewer for the top spot in that number 1 machine. Daniel Stifler has now entered the fold in the number 71 machine as he looks down to the bottom here. The number 10 machine of racing Jason Salter. Salter able to pull away just a little bit as Ramsey trying to set himself back up here in that second spot. As we make our way back here, great race going on for the 6th position. Eric Eichstead has it. 21 of Jim Revis trying to wrestle it away. E.J. Jones right there also. Jones in that 8th spot, so he's looking for a way around. Seeing what he can do in that machine is the natural one. E.J. Jones aboard that number 84. Man, these guys pretty much stay in single file as I thought they were racing. So we'll go back to this nice exchange between the 21 of Revis, the 84 of Jones, and the 12 of Eichstead. Eichstead still working over the bottom side as Jones was able to outpower him, outmuscle him on the top shelf of the speedway. We're coming up on halfway home. As we continue the race on, there had to take a minute to catch my breath as the number 13 machine of Caleb Ramsey was able to get right on the number 1 of Alex Brewer. He's starting to tap on his rear bumper, trying to give a little bit of a message to that number 1 machine. Jason Salter was able to get into that 3rd spot around Casey Brunson. So Salter now down to the bottom side, trying to make it almost 3 wide. Can he pull a 2 for move off the corner here as he gets up alongside the number 13 of Ramsey? Not able to do so down the back straightaway, but we're going to try it again here through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. It's going to be still the 1 of Alex Brewer, the 13 of Caleb Ramsey, but Salter not going away. 3 wide for the race lead. Look at Ramsey. Door checks the 1 of Brewer. That sends them guys up the track. Brewer around hard into the outside wall. Revis involved. Yellow flag number 1 going to fly here on the winner's race here for the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash. So we're going to show you what happened here. Between the number 13 of Ramsey and the number 1 of Brewers. And just contact made and Brewer to the outside wall. A little bit of a door check there from Ramsey to the number 1 machine. Tough break for Alex Brewer. Now he's going to be relegated to the rear. So guess who is going to inherit the lead? Driver of the number 10 Trash Panda Graphics sponsored machine. That is racing Jason Salter. On the outside of him is going to be the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. 3rd is going to be the 010 of Casey Brunson. The 71 of Daniel Stifler right now running in that 4th spot. 5th is Jim Revis. And 6th is E.J. Jones. He's lurking in the shadows like he always does aboard that number 84 machine. So we're getting ready to send these guys back on their way off of turn number 4. Green flag back in the air. There's racing Jason Salter out to the lead into turn number 1. A little bit of tap there from Ramsey. Look at Brunson down to the bottom side. Trying to pull a 2 for move. Trying to move up to the top spot. Not able to do so down the back straightaway with Brunson. Man, he is on a mission here tonight. He won the non-winners race, now trying to win the winners race aboard the 010. Here comes Jim Revis down to the bottom side into the fray, and that number 21 machine side by side for that third spot with Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey still leading it down into turn number 3. But I tell you what, 3 wide. Here comes EJ Jones into the fray. What a great battle going on for the top 5. Man, racing Jason Salter got to be looking up in his mirror and seeing all the bad luck happen. Oh, Jim Revis contact being made there. Revis and the 71 of machine. Here comes Fenkenar 4 wide. That's not going to work off of turn number 4. Some more contact being made through the field. These guys are able to keep her righted, though, as it's still Jim Revis holding on to that 4th spot. Racing Jason Salter, meanwhile, holds on to the top spot in that number 10 machine, the 010 Brunson, breathing down his neck, down to the inside, trying to make something happen as we have 9 laps remaining here at Lanier National Speedway for the Birthday Bash winners race. The number 10 of Salter now dives down to the bottom, catfishing in that number 10 machine. The 010 now goes to the top shelf. He's trying to go where Salter is not. And it is Salter still pulling away on the bottom side of the speedway. About 3 car lengths separate the 10 and the 010. Caleb Ramsey in a battle of his own for that podium finish. Number 21 of Jim Revis looked down to the bottom side there a couple of times on the 13. And Ramsey back down to the bottom again, trying to pull up alongside the number 13 of Ramsey. Cannot get the forward bite off the corner down the back straightaway into turn number 3. It is Revis trying it again, the evil one himself, side by side off of turn number 4. Flashing by that start finish line, 6 laps remain. Jim Revis just not going away for that 2nd spot. And I tell you, what a great race going on. I should say the 3rd spot. What a great race going on between himself and Ramsey. They're still side by side as we got a handful of laps left. Five laps remaining as Revis now drives it deep down into the corner slider on the 13 of Ramsey. Ramsey crosses the back over and back down to the bottom side. He pulls a slider of his own. Nope, gonna have to let out of it as the 21 of Jim Revis able to power out of it down the back straightaway. Around the front straightaway into turn number 1. It is Jim Revis to 3rd. Meanwhile, back up front, racing Jason Salter, putting some padding on his lead in that number 10 machine, a little over .633, separating the 10 and the 010. Jim Revis running in that 3rd spot in the number 21 machine. That car has seemed to come alive there towards the tail end of this one. But off of turn number 2, Jason Salter is going to get the popsicle sticks in there. 2 more trips around the speedway for the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash winners race here at Lanier National Speedway, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Salter seems to have it here over Brunson. Brunson trying to do everything he can to try to reel him back in, but white flag going to come out. One more trip around the speedway for the number 10 of racing Jason Salter down the back straightaway for the final time. And into turn number 3. Racing Jason Salter comes off of turn number 4, sees the checkered flag in the air. Winner of the winners race here for the Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash is racing Jason Salter aboard that number 10 Trash Panda Graphics Monster Machine. Casey Brunson going to finish up 2nd. 3rd is going to be Jim Revis in the number 21. Caleb Ramsey for 4. Fenkenauer finishes up 5th. 6th is Justin Pruitt. Kyle Moyer finishes 7th. EJ Jones to 8th. Alex Brewer for 9. The 78 of Stephen Radunes is 10th. Daniel Stifler, Eric Eichstead round out your top 12 here for the Birthday Bash winners race. As racing Jason Salter, we get to see his car there, the number 10 machine parking towards the back, I should say on pit road. The number 10 machine, we're going to work to get some contact with the top 3 finishers here of this event here, the winners race. Look up through, and it's going to be in just a few moments here.
Okay.
So first off, we're going to get the driver of the number 21 Evil One Graphics sponsor machine, Jim Revis, down here, picking up a podium finish here in the Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash Winners Race. And I tell you what, Jim, you guys were putting on some good battles there. That last caution really bunched you guys up, and some fantastic racing. You were able to make up some positions on the track, able to bring home a podium finish here in the Winners Race. Tell us about your race.
It was a blast, man. Like I said, running with these guys, it's always a blast. And then being our 1-year anniversary with the DWR Wednesday night street fights just makes it all that more special. Stay tuned for the next race because there's going to be a couple surprises in it that I think y'all is going to like and the viewers will like. So
Definitely.
other than that's about it. Getting everything ready for the next race.
Definitely a fantastic race, Jim. And Wednesday Night Street Fight's been around for quite some time. DWR, I should say, been around for. I feel like it's been around for quite some time because we've been broadcasting you guys, and I'm going to say since almost our inception here, we were Full Velocity, and then you guys came and asked us here to be a part of DWR. We thank you for that, and we almost feel like it's a birthday between us too here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But man, tell everybody what. Maybe a little bit of the background, just a few tidbits, not the whole thing, but just a few tidbits how DWR started.
Well, we was with another league, and we decided we wanted to branch out off on our own. Me, Eric, and Jason, we came up with the idea of the Wednesday night street fights and brought her over to DWR, and it's been going strong ever since. Then we went ahead and added on the Sunday shootout to kind of use for a ladder for people to step up into the Wednesday night street fight invitational league. And DWR has been around quite a while. It was one of my old team names back in the DTR2 days. So name's been around. Us three, we've been around as far as DWR about a year together. I'd say we've been around each other for a couple years now.
A little bit of a tidbit here, how DWR got started, and he's got a huge history. You ever want to talk to Jim, I tell you, Jim's on Discord quite a bit, so if you ever want to talk to him about the history of it, even if you want to come in and give him a little razzing a little bit here and there, I'm sure Jim wouldn't mind it. But Jim, the microphone, the floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody for coming out, man. DWR wouldn't be what it is without the guys we have showing up here on Wednesday night and Sunday nights. You guys, like I said, best broadcasters we feel on the net right now. Love having you guys aboard. Glad you came aboard, and hopefully have you for a long time in the future. And I always thank E1G and my two buddies here, man, Jason and Eric, for sticking with me through this.
Yeah, definitely fantastic. And yeah, like I said earlier in the show, Jim, hopefully for many years to come, this partnership's been fantastic. So I'll let you get back to it. I know you got a lot of setting up to do, and hopefully we'll see you on the podium here coming up in 65 more laps.
Hope so. We'll see what comes about. And like I said, I think everybody's in for a little bit of a surprise. It's going to be happening for the actual Wednesday night street fight race. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up third place here tonight, driver the number 21, Evil One Graphics sponsor machine, Jim Revis. I'm going to make my way down and pick up the 010 of Casey Brunson. And Casey, we got you back down here. Podium finish, second this time. One spot short of winning this winner's race. Tell us about your race, man. I thought you said you were only good enough for maybe a top 5.
Nah, look at the draw. Yeah, I felt like Jim was definitely faster than me with this renowned laps. I couldn't get the bottom going. Had to stay up top.
So now logging all these laps, Casey, over the last 2 races, did you gain anything from those laps to go into the street fight race with?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay up top most of the race unless miracle happens and the car wants to hook on the bottom.
All right, Casey, we'll give you the microphone. You know the routine from winning here just a little bit ago, but thank you. I'd like to thank you again.
iStat Raps and Team DWR putting on the league and the races, and happy birthday to them, too. Since I probably won't be back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up second place here tonight, 010, Casey Brunson, and he doesn't think he's going to be back in the top 3 here in this 65-lap event. We'll just have to wait and see. So now we're going to run down here, and this is going to be a good interview. We're going to run down to driver the number 10 machine, the Trash Panda graphics sponsor machine, picking up a win in the winner's race. Racing Jason Salter. Jason, back down in victory lane this time against a bunch of winners, able to hold off all your charges that were directly behind you, and you were starting to pull away there towards the end of it. Looked like the setup was just starting to come in. Was that the case?
Oh yeah, man. It really. Well, when I got that restart, man, I went up top because that's where we had been running, and as soon as I went up, I was like, oh, I've made a huge mistake. I figured I seen that the line, it felt like it moved as soon as I hit it. It just didn't feel the same as it had before. And Casey made a good run towards the bottom. I really thought he was going to stick with it. I think if he would have, he would have got around me. But I got cleared of him and got a little ways away, and I decided to try the bottom and just see what it would do. So have a little bit of practice for the next race, and it's a pretty good run, man. I'm glad that everybody's coming out to come race with us, and thank you guys for supporting us for a whole year, man. It's been a great year. Let's keep it up.
Yeah, been a fantastic year here, as we've almost been here the whole year with you guys, and we were saying it's almost like a birthday with us joining in too. We got to figure out that date too, there, Jason. Maybe do something special here on Full Velocity Racing Network for you guys here eventually, and figure that one out. That's got to be coming up here rather soon. But we're glad to be a part of these events, Jason, and I'm going to give you the microphone. Thank you. I'd like to thank you tonight. I know you guys are going to be rather busy here coming up for 65 more laps.
Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be an all-out brawl. I think this short track racing, and this track seems to get slicker than a lot of the other ones. It seems like, especially as the race goes on. And hopefully we don't beat and bang too much, and hopefully have some really good close racing all the way through the field.
So anybody else you'd like to thank here, Jason?
Man, I would like to thank, like I said, everybody for coming out and supporting us. That's the only reason we keep going, is because we have such a great group of guys come out and race with us. I'd like to thank Full Velocity TV for our Full Velocity Racing Network for the excellent broadcast that y'all do, man. Y'all supported us this whole time. We love having y'all. Y'all do a great job with it. Jim and Eric, man, without those two, man, I don't know what we could do. what I'd be doing for sure on iRacing if it wasn't for them two, having them two as friends and work on this lead together. And I'd like to think Trash Panda Graphics put an excellent wrap in the car. This is my old throwback, the paint scheme I ran back when we first started running DWR. And thanks for everybody coming out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here in the winner's race for the birthday bash, racing Jason Salter in that number 10 machine. Hopefully we'll see him back down here in the top 3 here with a 65-lap feature that's coming your way next here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So as we make our trip around, we're going to see if we can get some interviews in here in just a few moments. We're going to put you back up on the splash screen. Don't anybody go away. This means go get some popcorn, because we got the main event coming your way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Go get your popcorn. Go get your favorite beverage, whether it's beer, whether it's twisted tea, whether it's a malt beverage, whether it's a soda, water. Go grab that. Grab something to eat. And stay right with us here with the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing, a division of Race On Texas. We'll be back with you here in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I promised, we're going to do some interviews here on Wednesday Night Street Fights. Before we get to the street fight, actually, I got Steve, driver of the 178, normally here. And I know Steve has been a newcomer here to DWR and wanted to make sure we got some guys out here that we normally don't get to talk to here on Full Velocity Racing Network. And Steve's been doing a fantastic job. He's been improving each and every week, and we've seen it here as of late. But Steve, tell us about how it was being a newcomer to DWR, how it was joining this group. I know that's a year young, but man, it was hard to get in this group. But tell us about the camaraderie and everything you've been through since you've been here.
Yeah, it's a really great place to run. Jim, Eric, Jason, and all the guys do a phenomenal job putting on these races. Real competitive. It was real tough coming in. Getting my butt kicked here quite a bit, but we've been in the garage and the shop there working on it hard and trying to get faster and faster and get up there with these guys.
Now, when you first came over here, I know this is open setups and stuff that went on here. And I know open setups is extremely difficult for myself coming in here. But tell us, did these guys at least send you in the direction? I know they've done setup help. They've done different things to try to help you out. When you came over here, did they help you try to get going with setups and different lines and stuff like that?
Yeah, Jim was pretty good. I got a, decent baseline setup, that he posted or whatever, and kind of work off that from there. So that's helped out a great deal.
All right, Steve, I'm going to give you the microphone. You can thank whoever you'd like to thank here tonight. Thank you for taking the time to talk here on Full Velocity Racing Network. So I'll give you the microphone. You can thank whoever you'd like to thank.
All right, yeah, thanks for having me on. Just want to thank Jim and Eric and Jason, all the guys at DWR for putting these things on. Eric Eichstead over at Eichstead Wraps for giving me the nice looking car here to run. You guys for putting on the broadcast, obviously. All my family and friends back at RPM Racing, working hard in the shop, keeping this thing running and getting her faster.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Steve going to get back at it here. Steve Dunes in the number 178 going to get back at it. Got to thank him for taking some time out. We're going to see if we can get a word here, a quick word with another driver here in just a few moments. So stay tuned. We're going to put some more music back on. We'll see who else we can catch up with.
Missed the 13 deal in this song. Cool. Appreciate it. Taking a while.
Call me the
It's
joker,
kind of neat. I hope everyone's enjoying
call
it.
me the fool. When she calls, I always seem to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just a moth to your plane.
Mistakes that are right there if you want to chat.
And don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen?
You can hear my voice and music.
Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Yes, it is, baby. Got no class, all attributes. Don't know if I'm talking about me or you, baby. No one gets me like you do. I said loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen. Don't you know that loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? Don't you know, babe, loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen? You know it's true. Loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen. Yeah, babe. Loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen. You know it, babe. Loving you is a train wreck waiting to happen. Call me the joker, call me the fool. When she calls, I always seem to lose my cool. Baby, I'm just a moth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, we're waiting for transition here for the Wednesday night street fight. We're going to have 65 laps. A great thing coming on here. Cannot wait. Top 5 for the non-winners race. We'll start in the front two rows inverted just for Glen Hill. So 1 through 7, the front rows 13 and 111 will be the second row. Then the rest is by pill draw. So that's going to be fantastic. But I got Michael Whitlock, driver of the double knot here. Michael, we talked earlier to Steven. Now we're going to talk to you. DWR Birthday Bash has been a year. It doesn't seem like it's been a year. But tell us about how you got involved with DWR and the camaraderie that goes on over here. I tell you, Michael, it seems like these guys really, really come around you and help you out and make sure that you have the best time that you can. Is that always the case here?
Yeah, I've been with them through whenever they first started the league, and I mean it's just a good group of guys, really great race.
Definitely fantastic racing going on, and this, like you said, I circled this on my calendar here for Full Velocity Racing Network. I circled this on my calendar on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights because I know that the racing is going to be fantastic here. The adminning and everything that goes on here is fantastic behind the scenes even, and the race is put together very, very well. And you guys just seem to race each other well, even if it's a Sunday night too, and you see everybody out on the Sunday night shootout. It just seems like everybody pretty much minds their P's and Q's. You don't really have a lot of pissed off drivers. It just seems like the camaraderie, like I said, the guys here do a fantastic job. Michael, I know you were in part of the non-winners race. You just barely missed that one. But tell us about the whole shebang of things here with like Jim and Jason and Eric and how I guess how this brotherhood works and how you seriously got involved with these guys before this.
Well, I actually met all of them through Justin. We run a bunch of official races together, and then Justin introduced me to them, and it's just kind of like the racing family, I guess.
All right, Michael, I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. We don't get to talk to you a lot here on Full Velocity Racing Network, but when I get a chance, I always like to drag some new guys into the fold. Tell us your sponsors, who you'd like to thank here this evening.
I'd like to thank Jason, Eric, and Jim. Jim done my wrap for my car. Like I said, a great group of guys. I've talked about that last race. I've had some bad luck here lately. I can't seem to catch a break. Pill draws seem to hurt me a little bit, but I think I'm working with it. Me and Justin's working as a team pretty good, and hopefully I can do a little bit better.
All right, Michael, we're looking forward to seeing you in the top three and maybe even a win here coming soon on DWR. I can see it coming in the improvement. I know you've had a lot of bad luck, so hopefully we'll see you at least up in the top three one of these times here soon.
Yeah, it would be nice.
All right, thanks for taking the time out, Mike. I know you guys like to practice, and this is one of those things you guys got to do. Everybody out there watching on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, these guys got to put in a lot of practice. I'm going to tell you what, because this is probably the fastest street stock group I've ever seen in my life. I've raced with some of these guys in some sessions, like they say, and I can't even keep up. So I probably, Michael, if I went head to head with you, you'd probably lap me. So how's that feel?
I don't know about that, but I do appreciate y'all putting the broadcast on. Y'all guys do a great job.
Thank you very much, Michael, and good luck tonight.
Thanks.
We're going to see if we can pull in a couple more drivers. Just give me a second here on Full Velocity Racing Network. So again, like I promised, bringing back on the air another driver here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for the DWR Birthday Bash. And we're trying to talk to drivers that we normally don't get to talk to an awful lot. This time we got Eric Elmore. And I was just telling Eric and bringing him into the fold here. Not a lot of people know who Eric Elmore is. I know he's been patiently waiting for this race here tonight, so I don't want to take up a lot of his time. But Eric, tell us how you got involved with DWR.
I actually started with them when they first started. I started running with them. We all ran together at TDR for a little while, and then they started up DWR. I came over and ran with them then.
So how's the season's been going with you, Eric? The seasons we came on towards the tail end, I think, of season 1, I believe it was, towards the tail end of that one. But how's the season's been going for you? Have you been improving? Have you been seeing yourself improve? Do these guys help you out quite a bit to make sure you're going straight?
Honestly, I've kind of been getting a little worse as we go on. I've been focusing a lot on late models and modifieds and stuff. I run a lot of leagues for them for money and stuff, so that's been my main focus mainly.
All right, Eric, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Twisted Motorsports, Speedy E Automotive, and everybody here at DWR for putting on a good show.
All right, Eric, make sure you say hi to Dustin Helms for me.
Will do.
All right, Eric. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in the top 3.
Like it.
Dustin Helms, a guy that I've raced with back in DTR days. I mean, that's a flashback, because he said Twisted Motorsports, and I was like, oh, Dustin Helms, I've seen him in Twisted Motorsports. But that was Eric Elmore, driver that does a fantastic job. I just haven't seen him a lot here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to see if we can catch up with another couple of drivers. We're going to be going live here in about 9 minutes, so we'll see if we can get one more driver into the fold. Birthday bash here as Wednesday Night Street Fights keeps rolling on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Well, all right, guys. I'm not going to be able to get any more interviews in. I wanted to get some more in, but I didn't realize we were so pinched for time. So get ready. Get packed here, because we're going to go live here at 10:15. You're going to see the screen come live with the Wednesday Night Street Fights here tonight. And it's going to be a barn burner of an event here. A lot of guys have a lot of laps on here, and man, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to pick up the win here on the 1-year birthday bash. Wednesday Night Street Fights, DWR here, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esport racing. Good evening and welcome back again. DWR Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash. Who's it gonna be here tonight? We've had two feature winners. Jason Salter, the winner's race, the non-winner's race with the 0-1-0 of Casey Brunson. Are we gonna see three different winners in one night for the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights, or are we gonna see somebody else double down here tonight at Lanier National Speedway, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport Racing, a division of Race On Texas. Tell you what, I've been waiting. We're locked and loaded. About 10:15 Eastern Time, 9:15 Central. We're going to go live. The guys at Dirt Warrior Racing have already done the pill draws, everything else. It's going to be a fantastic twist of events here tonight. The top four were inverted, I should say the top five were inverted, excuse me, from the non-winners race. Those guys will be the top five positions of this race. 65 laps will be the distance, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a distance from 35 laps that we have seen in those two winners and non-winner races. So we've got to see a lot of throwback schemes. The 10 Racing Jason said that was a throwback scheme of his tonight, so I cannot wait to see all these other cars. Jim Revis is on a different scheme than I'm used to seeing too. The number 21 machine, the 84 of EJ Jones in a different scheme. So maybe some of these schemes will change some lucks. Right now atop the leaderboard with quick time is the 111 machine of Kyle Moyer with a 16.3 or 437. Derek Debris with a 16.490. EJ Jones with a 16.527. These are all great practice times. The clock is winding down here on practice here for Full Velocity Racing Network. The Birthday Bash has been a fantastic race. I tell you what, out there in YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live, make sure you share a link if you're out on Facebook. Share a link. Let everybody know that Full Velocity Racing Network is live, large, and in charge. Phil LeCast not alongside of me here tonight. I'm not sure if he got trapped over there watching a softball game or maybe even froze at 38 degrees. I'm not sure what happened to Mr. Phil. Have not heard contact from him. Unfortunately, not going to be able to make it here this evening, I do not believe, here as we start winding down with the Wednesday Night Street Fights. So I'm going to do this all by myself here on Full Velocity, and it's going to be one fantastic show. So please do bear with me as this cold's still killing me here, and it seems like I've had a cold for 6 months here in upstate New York, and I'm waiting for great weather. Tell you what, it changes from 70 degrees to 38. Just quite the swing here in a couple of days. So it's supposed to be back up in the 70s this weekend, so I cannot wait to be out in some sunshine and maybe get a tan or something. I don't know, I burned, so maybe that's not going to happen. It is April. I got to think a little bit different here in upstate New York than a lot of others have to do. But racing season coming along here rather quickly for myself. Going to be head attack inspector I-88 Speed, or well, Afton Motorsports Park, I should say, here once again, and I cannot wait for that. I tell you, I love being able to talk to the drivers and make sure that they win or not win from cheating. So that's a fantastic job. It's a hard job, don't get me wrong. Nobody likes the tech inspector, but the camaraderie of the racetrack and the employees and everything else, it's the brotherhood there, just like here at DWR, the brotherhood. We heard from some of the drivers here during our break and the new drivers that came in, and some of the older drivers that have been here for quite some time, like Eric Elmore. I mean, they all say the same. Camaraderie keeps them here. All the brotherhood kind of ordeal here with the DWR gang. I tell you, I come over here and I've raced with these guys on asphalt, super speedway style, asphalt. These guys don't normally race asphalt. A lot of these guys over here at DWR don't normally race asphalt. But we were having a grand old time. I tell you what, I wrecked the whole field. I think I wrecked a bunch of times. I had fun with those guys, and we were up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That was a grand old time, and these guys, there's always somebody here in their Discord, and the 1 year birthday bash, hopefully many more to come, is practice now winding down here to 2 clicks off the clock. So the qualifying session going up on the board. You see our yellow flag sponsor up there, Dirt-Series. That is our yellow flag sponsor here this evening, is Dirt-Series.com. I know they got a Thursday race coming up tomorrow night. Nobody knows we can't not be there for that event, but hopefully the following Thursdays we'll be able to see Dirt Series. As now they're gritting for the race, so we're going to wait for them again. They did it by pill draw. Besides the top 5 were inverted from the non-winners race here this evening. We will do our best to give you the live grid as soon as it goes live here. So these guys are rolling out onto the starting grid, and we're going to wait to get locked and loaded. But, man, if you want to get involved here with Full Velocity Racing Network, you want to be a sponsor, here's how. Get a hold of us on the Full Velocity Racing Network Facebook page. Contact myself, Todd Stanton, Phil LaCasse. Contact Cody Wooten. You can also contact Ron Piles or even Todd Truan out there on Facebook land. If you know you want to sponsor us here, we'll get you involved. We'll make sure your business is out in the limelight. We have over 3,500 followers on Facebook. We have 2,200 on YouTube. So we have a lot of followers involved here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and things just keep continuing to grow. We work on changes. So again, if you don't want to sponsor that way, you can sponsor by Star Donations. Star Donations goes a long way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Star Donations helps us upgrade our equipment, make the broadcast look better, cleaner, crisp, and help pay some of the overhead here at Full Velocity Racing Network. Or maybe you're a sponsor, you want to give away something. We love giving away stuff to fans. So if you got something you want us to give away, or maybe even a percentage off, we'd like to do those kind of codes. So get a hold of us here on Full Velocity Racing Network. I cannot stress that enough, as we are always looking for sponsors, people that want to showcase their businesses, whether it's painting schemes. I mean, we got Evil One Graphics on board here. We got CNC Race Designs on board. iRacing, iFlag. Cannot forget Jeff Brown and that gang. They do a fantastic job over there with those. And I'm soon going to own one of those. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put one of them on my rig here. My 6 screens go across the whole desk here with all my pictures and different things that goes on for this type of broadcasting. So I cannot wait to get one of those and get my hands on one of those and bring it to life here, so I can see the yellows and the greens and everything that's going on out in the track. So cannot wait to get a hold of something like that. So these guys are currently under the green flag racing conditions. They are getting into their lineups as we're looking through the field here, just waiting to see how it's going to stack up as they're going to invert, like I said, top 4 from the non-winners race. These guys getting locked and loaded. They're still working their way up through the 17 of Chad Bird out there. Different type of pace scheme. Like you said, throwback pace schemes here tonight. Boy, you gotta love the 420 over there, Eric Elmore. I like that car. And a very, very nice pace scheme. Well done there for the 420 machine. Looking like we're pretty much set up for a lineup live grid wise. So we're going to go to the live grid. Starting on the pole, driving the 06 machine, that should be Matthew Everett. Outside of him will be the 17 of Chad Bird. Next row back will be the number 420 of Eric Elmore, and then Greg Tuberville aboard the number 20. Then the 117 of Derek Debris. Michael Whitlock rolls off 6th. 7th is Ryan Bronson. 8th is Daniel Stifler aboard the 71. Eric Eichstead, the number 12, rolls off 9th. Rolling off 10th will be Steve Redunes. Alex Brewer and E.J. Jones, row number 6. Row number 7, Kyle Moyle and Derek Fedkenauer. Row number 8 is going to be Justin Pruitt and Caleb Ramsey. Row 9 is Jim Revis and Casey Brunson. And Jason Salter, shotgun on the field in the number 10 machine. As these guys are restacked and repacked, just going to wait for them next time by. I know they're going to get that green flag, and they're going to wave it here off of turn number 4. It's going to be Everett's and the number 17 of Bird. Those guys are going to be your front row. We want to know who's going to win this race here tonight. I know you got to have a favorite out there, so we're going to ask this once and once only. Who's it going to be here tonight? DWR Birthday Bash, first annual Birthday Bash here, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Your source for esports racing. Getting ready to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. Just waiting for these guys to fire, as it looks like they're going to take one more trip around. They're delaying me just a tad bit here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. That's how excited I am to be a part of this Birthday Bash main event here. 65 laps. Going to be the distance. I thought it wasn't going to be 65 laps. I thought maybe, heck, let's squeak in another lap. Maybe find a different winner here. 66 laps I thought it was going to be. But no, it's going to be 65 like the schedule, like they said. 65 laps. So they're going to come off of turn number 4. Chad Bird, Matthew Everett, Eric Elmore, Greg Tuberville. Green flags in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway here. Lanier National Speedway. The 06 of Matthew Everett leads the charge down into turn number 1. Here comes Greg Tuberville down to the bottom side. That tracker boat sponsored number 20 machine. Side by side into the second spot. Look at Tuberville go in the number 20 machine. Ryan Bronson running in 4th. Eric Elmore running in the 5th spot. Here comes Electric Eric Eichstead down to the bottom in the number 12 machine. He's trying to peek himself into the top 5, trying to wrestle it away there from that 420 machine. Not going to be able to do so. Eric Elmore looks back down to the bottom side of Ryan Bronson. Bronson holding on to that 4th position. Eric Elmore wants it in that 420. Can't quite pull up to his door this time. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Elmore tries again, drives it in just a tad bit deeper, side by side off the corner. Give it to Bronson, still at the line in the 4th position. Meanwhile, up front, Greg Tuberville is in the lead. Contact made. Everett makes a little bit of contact there to the left rear. Gets Tuberville a little bit sideways, backs out of it. That goes to show you the sportsmanship here at DWR as Everett backs out of it to 17. Chad Bird still running in that second spot. Tell you what, share this out there on Facebook. I tell you, it's going to be a fantastic show. We're on lap 10 of 70. If you are not watching Wednesday Night Street Fights, you should be watching Street Fights. Or if you know somebody that should be, get them on here. Let them watch here, see what's going to go on, what's going to unfold, who's going to win this tonight. Tuberville starting to pull away with that number 20 machine, trying to pick up a win here this evening at the Lanier National Speedway. And Tuberville's been in this position before, and he's led quite a few laps, and then all of a sudden something happens. Something bogus happens. Like I said, as of late, if it wasn't for bad luck, Tuberville would have no luck at all. But right now, leading this event here, Matthew Everett's running in that second spot. 3rd is Chad Bird. Eric Elmore running for 4. 5th is the 117 of Derek Dubry. Number 12 of Eric Eichstead still fighting back there with Ryan Bronson. Bronson's starting to slip back there in that number 6 machine. Stifler now up alongside of Bronson. That's a battle going on for that 7th spot. As now back out front, it's still Tuberville holding on almost a half a second over Matthew Everett, and it keeps growing. Now this time by 0.616 over Everett, as they were still clean and green on lap number 15 of 70. Kyle Moyer down on the bottom. Looks like they're going to put a lap on Moyer aboard that 111 machine. Tough break for Moyer. Something going amiss, something awry on that 111 machine. First yellow flag of the evening going to come out. Going to have to see who that involves. It may involve the 111 machine. Maybe is why we were slowing down. We're going to see if that's why the yellow flag came out as he's coming down on pit road. A lot of damage on that machine. So, yep, indeed, it was the 111 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer was minding his own business, and Brunson got turned around by the 10 of Racing Jason Salter. Oh, the 111 of Moyer, wrong place, wrong time, and gets the worst end of that deal, as he's going to have to pull down onto pit road, get a quick repair, and bring it back out onto the speedway. Tough break for Kyle Moore aboard the 111 machine. So now as we think about this one, the number 20 of Greg Tuberville, your current race leader, has now Matthew Everett right there as he was starting to pull away. Is the track going to change? Is something changed in the setup? The track gets kind of funky sometimes, and this track slickens off rather different than, say, some of the other tracks. Just going to have to find out where Tuberville is actually going to go in that number 20 machine. The 17 of Chad Bird running in the 3rd spot. The 420 of Eric Elmore running in 4th. 5th is Derek Dubry. Eric Eichstead running in that 6th spot in the number 12 machine. 7th is Justin Pruitt. Man, Pruitt, where did he come from in that 07 machine? His green flag back out. And we're racing down the front straightaway, side by side. Battle for the top spot. Almost trying to think 3 wide there as Bird was trying to force the issue. The number 12 machine of Eric Eichstead running up on the top side, but meanwhile up front is all the number 20 of Tuberville so far, holding on to the top spot. Over the 06 of Matthew Everett, the 17 of Chad Bird running in that 2nd spot, or 3rd spot, excuse me. Derek Dubry down to the bottom side there, trying to get around the 420 of Eric Elmore. As yellow flag number 2 going to come out on the field. And unfortunately, this is going to involve the number 78 and the 13 and the 1 and the 010. And oh, man, hard impact for the 78 of Stephen Dunes, I tell you. Talk to Steve. What a nice guy. Wrong place, wrong time, and end of the wall, never good. We have our first turtle of the evening. Stephen Dunes aboard the 78 machine. Not the way he wanted to go. Had to call a tow truck. Hopefully get back out there and resorted in that 78 machine. So hopefully we'll see him back out there driving around as we're on lap 22 of 70 here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing, a division of Race On Texas. We're going to take a minute to thank some of our sponsors here. This one, Evil One Graphics.
Don't say I didn't warn.
Just back, just in time to go racing once again here off a turn number 4. iRacing.com, pace truck already down, green flag back in the air. Got to welcome Jason Allison to the show. Jason, thank you for tuning in. It's nice to see iBog out there, and nice to see how your widgets are actually working rather good here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Jason out there, as we don't get to thank him enough. Thank you for all the hard work and dedication you've had here over the course here with Full Velocity Racing Network. I should say VRN too. Got to meet you through Charles Wooten, so great to see you out there and tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network. Meanwhile, up front, it is the number 20 machine of Tuberville still showing the way here. And that number, in the number 20 machine, the Tracker Boat sponsor machine, the 06 of Matthew Everett running in the second spot. The 420 Easy E, Eric Elmore, the Twisted Motorsports sponsored machine. Up to the third spot, he got around the number 17 of Chad Bird, the 117 of Derek Debris down to the bottom side also. Trying to get around the number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Looks like he's going to be able to do so here for a moment, but I tell you, the bottom side starting to slick it off. Slider up in front of the 12. Trying to kill the momentum of Eichstead. Not going to be had there as Eichstead stays right in that throttle. Looking through the field, just looking for some great races. I tell you, Justin Pruitt running in that A spot. Got a good battle going on there. Is the number 21 of Jim Revis in the 84 Wage War. The natural one, EJ Jones, has won a lot of races as of yet here on Full Velocity Network. So we're going to see if he can do anything here in Lanier. Just trying to fight his way up through. It looks like he's having a difficult time there. Great race between him and Jim Revis. So it's the 117 and the 17 machine also having some great racing going on. That's Chad Bird and Derek Debris. Debris down to the bottom side as he was able to get around Eichstead. Now trying to work his magic on the number 17 of Chad Bird. So far, it's not working. But we're going to see if Debris can make that bottom work, because nobody else seems to want to go down there as of right now. Tuberville still pulling away here, now up to .700 over Matthew Everts. And that number 20 Tracker Boat sponsor machine. So we're going to get away from him for a little bit. Everett's under fire from the 420 of Easy E, Eric Elmore. And here comes the pair of 17s and the number here. Derek Debris down to the bottom side in the 117. The 17 of Chad Bird was starting to come up through too. Not able to do anything so far with the 420 Twisted Motorsports sponsored machine as he's running in that third spot. Continuing to hold on to second is Matthew Everts, but I tell you what, he's got a hungry pack of guys right there directly behind him. The 420 machine of Eric Elmore, Derek Debris in the 117, Chad Bird. Those guys right there breathing down his neck. He's got to be making him nervous. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He's got to be looking up in his rearview mirror saying, man, these guys just need to go away. But, man, we're going to have to wait on that thought as yellow flag number 3 going to come out on the evening here as we're halfway home. 35 in, 35 more to go here, but yellow flag going to slow this field down and restack them here. This is where a lot of the position gathering comes from. And I almost think something happened to driver of the 07, Justin Pruitt. Yep, something indeed did happen. The 07, Justin Pruitt coming down to the corner. Stifler and Revis. Down on pit road goes Stifler and the 07 of Justin Pruitt. Those guys both down on pit road. Gonna have to enter back on the speedway, but that brings out the yellow flag. Tough break for those guys. So as we look down through, you can see where your favorite car is running. So we're going to do a drop down. See where your favorite driver is running here on the left-hand side, right down below the Dirt-Series. Caution sponsor here of the evening. And you can see where your favorite driver may be running in the 19 car Street Stock feature event here at Lanier as we're getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. We'll get rid of that. As number 20 of Greg Tuberville fires first. Here comes the 117 machine. I tell you what, Derek Dupree has been fast, and his fast time of the evening has only been 16.778, but he's been rather consistent coming up through this field. What a great race going on here. It's Derek Dupree now up to the second spot. The 20 of Tuberville trying to hold on, I tell you. Derek is really gathering it down to the bottom side here. That 117, he's really fighting up here with the number 20 of Greg Tuberville. Last time by, he was indeed faster than Tuberville, 17.222 for Derek Dupree, where Tuberville was a 17.365. So Tuberville is starting to get some challenges there from the 117 machine. Heavy pressure as a dose of debris going on to the number 20 of Greg Tuberville. Tuberville up to the top shelf of the speedway, trying to work it over, gets a tad bit loose. The 117 able to roll the bottom there like he's on eggshells and able to make up a lot of ground through the center off, but not able to have the straightaway speed the 20 of Tuberville has. He realizes he's there. He's going to put the loud pedal down just a little bit more aboard that number 20 machine. Getting debris back down to the bottom here, catfishing around Lanier National Speedway. That 117 machine, Tuberville still running about the middle groove of that number 20 machine. The 06 of Matthew Evans just watching these guys duke it out here as we're on lap 43 of 70. 27 laps remain here in the Wednesday night Street Fight Birthday Bash main event. We've had 2 different winners here this evening. The non-winners race was the 010 Casey Brunson. The winners race was the 10 of Racing Jason Salter. Those guys marred back here in the field. The 010 doing the best as of right now. Brunson running in that 9th spot. But I tell you, a great battle still waging here for the top spot as Tuberville still your current race leader. It's going to be who's going to have the lead at the line, and it's a drag race, and it's going to be quite Tuberville just barely at the line, but Debris just methodically working over that bottom side there, making it work down towards that wall as Tuberville still working the middle, but it seems to be going away here. It's going back down to the bottom is where you want to be. Man, what a great battle going on. I tell you who's waiting in the wings. The number 84 of E.J. Jones starting to wake his way up through the field. And E.J. Watching these guys, he's right now 1.233 behind. And E.J.'s coming on strong here late as he's right there with Eric Elmore. As that battle still wages on for the lead. But E.J. Jones, the longer the race goes, the faster that number 84 machine gets. And he's down below Easy E. Eric Elmore for position battle for number 4. Meanwhile, this battle not going away. The 20 at Tuberville and Debris side by side for, I'm going to say, the last 10 laps or so. As these guys just putting on one whale of a battle here. And this is what you want with the birthday bash. As Tuberville up to the top shelf of the speedway, 117 back down to the bottom. Just working 2 different lines. You're seeing the different lines here. We're going to show you from the aerial coverage provided by Sam's Ford here tonight. Just watching the different lines some of these drivers are running around the speedway. Just watch these guys as they come through the corner and go down the back straightaway here. And you can see The bottom seems to be working, and guess who else has found that bottom? That's EJ Jones aboard that number 84 machine. As we hit 20 to go, going to be 19 to go this time by. And it is still Greg Tuberville, your current race leader, but I tell you, he wants to stay in front of the 117 in case the yellow does come out, so that way he can have the advantage. The 84 machine of EJ Jones still running in 5th, but trying to get around that 420 is no easy task as he's able to hold on to that 4th spot. So just watching these guys go to work, and Eric Ike said right there too, don't count out Eric, because Eric is in that number 12, and he's electric. He's going to make some moves up through the field, I do believe. If these guys make any type of mistake or hit and making a mistake, he's going to follow EJ right through the door, the opening. Very, very upset. Very upset. I don't believe my voice is killed. You guys didn't get to hear any of that racing because my sound card blipped out. So I do apologize for that one. If you guys did not get to hear any of that great racing excitement, Greg Tuberville taking down the victory, race of the year. You got to see the race. You didn't get to hear my commentary, but you got to see the race. What a fantastic race that was here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And Greg Tuberville taking down the victory. His first ever win. And it's going to come here on Full Velocity Racing Network via silence. So we're going to see what we can do about that one, as I cannot believe that happened here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Very, very upset with that one. But Greg Tuberville taking down the victory here tonight. And not sure how long we were silent for. But man, what a race. I tell you, my voice is wore out. If you guys would have heard that call, Greg Tuberville taking down the victory side by side. I'm going to say 30, 35 laps between him and Debris. What a great race here tonight. And this goes to show you DWR has the best of the best street stock drivers on the track. I almost say the pro drivers should be coming down here and trying to race with these guys. It's the great equalizer of anything is these street stocks. And I would love to see anybody go toe-to-toe with these drivers. I tell you, they do a fantastic job. The racing is phenomenal here. And that was such a great race that I'm speechless. Thank you for everybody tuning in. I'm going to try to get some of these guys the winner. My voice is shot. And you guys didn't get to hear the final ending of that race, which upsets me. So we're going to get Greg Tuberville, who's got to be excited to get that monkey off his back. Derek Debris, who did a fantastic job. And EJ Jones squeezing in there for third place here tonight. And I'm not even sure how EJ got there because we were so fixated on the top two that we couldn't leave them. So I'm going to work my way down there. We'll be right back. Hopefully with sound. Switching over to the back sound card, and did that rather quickly here to make sure that my sound is going across as I fried a sound card during a DWR race. What a fantastic race, EJ. Bringing home third. I mean, you can't be disappointed too much in that because you got to see a great race in front of you. Not only that, bringing it up through where you were started at to bring home third here tonight. Nothing to really hang your head about. Tell us about the race.
I went and hung my head in the freezer there for a second because I'm burning up right now. But yeah, it was, yeah. I couldn't get away from anyone. It seemed like I always had someone either on my inside or on my outside the whole race. It seemed like, and man, it was tough out there trying to pass. I don't know if I've done something to the setup or what, but I felt slow the entire night. It seemed like, but I certainly made it a lot better for that last race, thankfully. So it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, thankfully, I mean, you made your way up through. We got to show a little bit of it as I burned up a sound card. I don't know when I burned it up. I was smelling smoke and wasn't sure I had. Luckily, I have an onboard sound card, so we're using the onboard sound card right now. I tell you, my voice is gone. You guys didn't get to hear it. I'm so mad and I'm so angry. The picture was there. There was no voice. Well, I guess some people will say, "Oh man, that's heaven with no voice from Todd Stanton." Man, that'd be fantastic. Tell you what, maybe I should have been drinking some beer down there, but I'm going to drink some beer with you here after this one. But EJ, the microphone is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank and man, third place finish, birthday bash. This means a lot to DWR here tonight.
Yeah, I wish I would have had a better draw. Well, I wish I would have finished worse in my first race that I had, but I didn't know what they were doing, or I would have played the invert card. But I got to thank the guys at DWR. Been a year that been here since the beginning, and I definitely enjoy running on Wednesdays with all these guys that run with us. Also, I congratulate Greg on his first win. If I would have known I helped him in practice by running next to him the whole time, I would have just turned right and wrecked him at one point so he'd get away from me. Got to thank the guys at Cedar Cove Speed as well, Charles and Dylan. My other friend Peter Delavan, say hey to my mom out there. Also, I have to thank Ike Said Raps for we had the throwback, the very first rap that he did for me back a year ago. I didn't even know Michelob Golden Light existed until he made this car, and I was kind of like, what the heck is Golden Light? We don't have that here in Texas, but we ran the first car he made for us since he told me I couldn't run a default iRacing scheme anymore because I was winning too much. So he made something for me just on the fly real quick. So definitely got to thank him for all the reps that he's done for me in the past as well.
Definitely a fantastic showing here tonight. AJ bringing home third place. I know where the party's going to be at, so we'll be joining you here in just a little bit.
Oh, you know where the party's at. It's always at my trailer with the Michelob, the hot dogs, the hamburger. Got some cake, and we're just gonna party it up. Maybe we'll throw some of that pie in Greg's face as like a congratulatory thing for him tonight.
Well, congratulations on your third place finish, EJ. I'm going to let you get all the party started, and I'm going to get to these other two guys so I can get down there rather quickly.
Appreciate
here
it. Thanks, sir.
Driver of the number 84 Cedar Cove sponsored machine, EJ Jones, the natural one. We're going to see if we can catch up with, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to catch up with Derek. So it looks like we're going to have to catch up with the winner here tonight. So, yes, we're going to make our way down here. We skipped Derek. Derek was out there, but we're going to make our way down here. Greg, man, if you could have heard my call, I fried a sound card on this event. So, that's a fantastic way to remember this event for me. But, Greg, bringing home a victory here tonight. First victory, DWR, on the birthday bash. Tell us how much this means to you, man.
It means a lot. I've been trying for a while. Seemed to be fast, but can't never seem to finish out the deal, and was finally able to tonight. It felt really good.
Yeah, side by side with the 117 of Derek Debris. I'm almost going to say you guys were side by side for like 35 laps. You made a little bit of a mistake there. I thought Debris was going to get you, but you were able to power it out on the outside, and it just seemed to really work well for your number 20 machine out there. Tell us what you did to keep it out there. Man, to keep it out of debris, I mean, that had to take a lot of practice.
We raced really, really close. I give big shout out to him for racing me clean. He could have easily slid up into me and got by me, but he raced me clean, and that's very, very good sportsmanship to race with somebody like that. It just, the high side had a run, and he was fast, but I had his line when he came off the corner. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he definitely had nowhere to go, Greg, and you were able to keep him at bay there. And those closing laps were probably the most exciting laps I'd called here on Full Velocity Racing Network, and I'm almost thinking that was the race of the year. If we could have had the commentary to go along with it, we would have been fine. But man, what a fantastic show! A fantastic race for you here tonight in that number 20 machine, and I'm just as happy for you, Greg, as I know you've had a lot of bad luck here over the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's nice. I've been wanting to get on the podium, and to do it with a win makes it even better.
You know, I was talking about this earlier, Greg, and we were talking about who we should bring down here to interview during the intermission. And we kept thinking about it. I was like, nah, I think Greg's going to get on the podium or something tonight. I really think something weird is going to happen where then he's going to get double interviews, and then you pick up the win. I mean, I didn't call the win. I just thought you were going to get on the podium, but I thought this was the night that your luck was going to turn around. It was actually the night, so congratulations again. I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours, Greg. Thank you. We'd like to thank you tonight.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank my cousin, Chad Bird. He's the one that got me into this. We both used to race cars, and he taught me into doing this about a year and a half ago, and then I got hooked, and I've been doing it ever since. And I also want to wish my son, my oldest son, is his birthday today. He turns 20, so happy birthday, Todd. I'd like to thank all the guys at DWR for doing this, giving us something fun to do. And thank you guys at Full Velocity for always broadcasting our events. It's always fun to watch. My daughter usually watches, and my wife usually watches, so it gives us all something to do.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations again, Greg. Birthday bash here. This is going to be one for the ages to remember. Your first win here, and it is on the one year birthday bash. So again, congratulations on number 20, and go savor this one here tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, driver of that number 20, Greg Tuberville. Fantastic job. I'm going to tell you what, probably the race of the year here on Full Velocity Racing Network. I can't even pronounce our name anymore, as I am so out of breath after that one, and I wish you guys could have heard the call. Again, I apologize for the call there on the last little bit of that. I'm not sure when it went silent. I smelled smoke, though, so going to have to look at the brand new brand new sound card I just blew out of the freaking thing that I just bought. But again, thank you so much for turning into the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fight Birthday Bash. A lot of great racing going on. Saw the first ever winner here, 010 of Casey Brunson in the non-winners race. Then you had Jason Salter winning the winners race. And then you had a first-time winner here on Wednesday Night Street Fights in the main event on Wednesday Night Street Fights. So congratulations to Greg Tuberville. Congratulations to all of our winners here tonight, including you fans out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. You guys are all winners out there in Full Velocity Racing Network's eyes. So again, till next time, we'll see you next time here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing, a division of Race On Texas. Good night, and see you Friday night at Cinematics Racing League.